When my parents left Jamaica, I stayed with my uncle and my auntie. I didn't find it difficult living without my parents because people I stayed with was my auntie and uncle, and they weren't strangers to me. I communicate with my parents quite often, I would say every month, by them writing to me and I writing to them. My life was no different without my parents because I was quite happy staying with my auntie and uncle. I joined my parents at 3 years after. I was 13 years old when I came to England. I did travel alone to the UK. In one way it was happy because I was with my parents and I was glad to see them. And then I just find living in the UK was different from Jamaica because my idea of England was somewhere nice and green and pretty, but it was nothing like that. To me, it was the buildings. Thought that, most of the houses then, when I first saw them, I thought it was factory because they weren't very pretty. My first impression was it was just cold because I arrived in November, which it was very cold then. It wasn't long after I arrived in England, I started school and met a lot of friends. Now, I didn't have any siblings that were born in the UK. No, my parents did not have any more children in the UK. But my eldest brother and my sister was already living in the UK with my parents. They came over before I did. They came over with my mother. It was a very happy reunion. Living with my family in the UK was different from living with them in Jamaica. But the reason is because they were going to work each day. The relationship with my parents was no different. It was quite close. It was a happy relationship. As a child, I've had a lot of good experience in the UK. Growing up with my family. Dad taking me during the school holidays to the seaside and various places of interest. Also going during the summer holidays, going to the fun fair with my friends, going to the cinema. I have quite a happy childhood in England, I would say. When I got married and started my family, I have 2 children. I brought up my 2 children, part of the Jamaican culture and a part English culture. I brought up my children and I made them aware of my culture in Jamaica. Yes, I took my 2 children to Jamaica to visit. They were in their teens. And when they arrived in Jamaica, they both loved it very much. They've been over there quite a few times. When I first left school, I worked as a clerk typist. That was in London. When I moved to Gloucester and got married, I have my family. And then I worked at Conneal Hospital. No, I don't have any plans to retire to Jamaica because of my age and my immediate family was in England. My first experience, it was, I remember in the 60s sometimes, walking the street and you'd be called names by the odd person. They just look at you and call you names. Just call you black and the next. I won't repeat the next word because it's serious. I would say I'm happy with the decision that my parents made to move to the UK. In some ways, I look at things in life and it was good. My parents was happy with the decision they made to move into the UK.